Hey everyone, TheShuffleBuffle here, and we have got another episode of Career Mode coming at you. We have the International World Championship, so it's not the end of the series yet. After the World Championships are over, otherwise known as World Cup, we are going to go ahead and go into season either 3 or 4, I'm not too sure. I think we're on season 2 now, so I imagine season 3. So this Swansea career mode has been going quite good, but we haven't seen too much of Cameroon. So it's a good chance to see what they're capable of, if they can beat big teams, because we have got Russia, Brazil, and someone else who I can't remember, unfortunately, in our group. So obviously Brazil being the big opposition there, Russia also being a good opposition, and as you can see there, they take the lead in the 27th minute through somewhat of an annoying goal to concede, but it's all fair in that particular goal. But Mook Anjo, if that's how you say it, then comes back in the 36th minute to make it 1-1. So after that goal they did become a much better team. They seemed much more motivated because they didn't have many shots before that goal. As you can see, we did have more possession, more shots on than them, so we did probably deserve to be ahead, but it wasn't by much, so I wouldn't say we deserve to be like 8-0 or something like that. As you can see there, they came very close to making it 2-1, but fortunately for us, they didn't. That was really the only chance of the second half, because they didn't really, there wasn't many chances that were actually on target. As you can see, we got 2 more shots, but not on target, and they got that 1 shot, of course, on target. So now we have Brazil. So Brazil are a quality side, and I believe we are playing 3 at the back with Mati, Cheju, and Nkulu. They are playing 4-3-3. I believe they're playing David Luiz as a centre mid, but he is obviously a centre back on this game. Hernandez there with a nice shot to try and go over the blast really. Hernandez there with a nice shot, but Eto'o here with some nice dribbling manages to make some space, runs into it, and unfortunately bends it just past the post. But Eto'o again on the ball here, and then Choupo-Moting with some nice footwork in the box to be able to turn and puts that right into the bottom corner. And this is obviously a much better start for us than we had against Russia, and especially since it is Brazil, who are a very good team, real life and on the game. Unfortunately, Hulk here manages to score somewhat of a ridiculous goal. He managed to chest it down, turn, and then manages to score with his weaker foot, with just sort of a tap, of a toe tap, I don't know, something like that. But that is quite unfortunate. But we go into half time to make some changes. As you can see, we have some players who are a bit down on the old fitness, Amanda being one of them, so I believe I take Sally on for him, because we don't have many left and right mids, and I think I put Mbia on from one of my defensive mids, or Nguemo even. I think I put Nguemo on. Nope, not yet. Nope. Zua in fact goes on for one of my strikers. I believe it was Choupo-Moting, because I felt I needed more pace up front, even though he was the one that scored my only goal. But here Ganso makes a nice sort of turn, and unfortunately for them, it hits into our keeper. And now this is going to be the longest highlight probably of them, where we have a few shots off from the corners that come in the 90th minute. As you can see here, Zua heading it down to Matip, who makes a nice shot, but unfortunately Diego Alves manages to get down and cover that near post shot. Here I give it to Eto'o, who's on the line, but they managed to tackle me, and I think I'll try it again now. So I rush him over, and off goes Makoun this time. He passes it, which was clearly a terrible idea, but they try to pass it out, and Zua picks it up. Matip there to Eto'o, and Eto'o runs into someone, and unfortunately it ends like that. So 1-1 is the final score of this particular game. It's not a bad result, but obviously we've got to pick up a win, otherwise we're never going to get through. As you can see, we're all over him. 7 shots to 3, 5 on target to 1, 58% possession to 42. So it's quite unfortunate to go away from that 1-0, but at the same time it is Brazil, so it's all good. You can see there, one of our players, Benoit Angbois, yeah, has decided to leave to retire from international football there. Apparently they'd hoped for Swansea had hoped for better in our domestic cup season. They say perhaps on that day we were just not so good. They say your performance in the Champions Cup was marvellous, and before the season started, club set following target for you, qualified for the Euro League. Congratulations on exceeding what was expected of you. It's been an amazing season. So that is wonderful for us, that we have had such a good season that they felt the need to tell us that it has been a great season. Here you can see that it is showing Juventus versus Swansea, obviously our 3-0 triumph, which was quite a ridiculous win, if I'm honest. Juventus would be bitterly disappointed, apparently. So we are just going to watch it load for a bit. It shouldn't be too long, only about 10-20 seconds more. So it is setting up the new season, which means that we are going into Series 3 soon. Not this episode. Likelihood will be either when the transfer season starts or when the World Championship finishes. So there is that to look ahead to. You can see some of the news headlines they go in with. Swansea had too much in the locker for Arsenal to prevent them from taking the 3 points in their league game. The 2-1 result was one which both managers felt was a fair reflection of the game. That would be the 2-1 2-1 win that we had over them towards the end of the season. So it's almost loaded. There we go. And we are going into our league objective for next season. The board is hopeful for a successful season. They want me to qualify for the Champions Cup, which I am pretty sure we'll be able to do. They're going to give us 26 mil and 120,000 wage budget, which is great to see. Hopefully we can spend that very in a good way. They want us to reach the quarterfinal of the Champions Cup. They want us to reach the final of the Domestic Cup, and finally they want the transfer market has opened and we get a training injury there. Only 7 days, so it's not too bad. But we have come to the end of the episode, so I hope you've all enjoyed. I've been the Chef Buffle. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.